Welcome back, guys. So this is going to be the last of the American Heirloom albums that I have. This is backup book, so all kinds of different stuff in here. Let's take a look. So on these introductory pages, I've definitely put a few things here. So just like all the other albums, the stuff in this album I have put in myself, and I've also from my own collection, and I've stolen from two expensive albums and pretty much filled these out. Now there's still big sections in this that are not filled at all, and that's just the nature of stamp collecting. I can't get it all yet, but this one wasn't like a major priority to me, and I just breezed through it. I still did a surprising amount of work to it. So anyways, let's get started here. These here are American Letter Mail Company stamps. Now, excuse me, these are proofs, and I actually pulled one out to verify it because I just put this info in here, I think yesterday. It does actually say printed on the back, proof. So, little history here. Lysander Spooner established an independent mail line operating to and from New York, Philadelphia, and Boston. This is known as the L12 from 1844. They came in sheets of 20 and were printed in black. Apparently this value was printed on both thin and thick paper and later reprinted in several colors. So these I don't think are an actual L12, that would be the black that they were talking about, printed in black. But these are colored proofs. So pretty cool. They're all in decent shape for sure, and they're cool to look at. So these were kind of more like local mail stamps in a way. I went looking around. There actually is a lot of these, not these proofs, but the real L12 stamps on covers and stuff. Man, I envy those people that have the collections of these real local mail stamps. Now, these ones, we actually saw on one of the other albums, at least similar stuff. This is from the Standard Oil Company, or Amoco gas station, right? These are historical stamps. They're from 1937, and they came in a little booklet. And basically every week or something they release a stamp. You go to the gas station, pick up your stamp, put it in your booklet, and try and complete the booklet. So there's a bunch of different stuff here. So these are not real stamps valid for postage. So over here we just got some random stuff. These aren't real stamps either. This is actually cool. It's a slogan cancel, Collect USA Stamps. It was airmail special delivery. It's cut off here, but it says Fisser, like it was officer. So I'm pretty sure this was probably military mail, or oh gosh, the word eludes me. Official mail, sorry. So Brooklyn, New York, February 22nd, 84, metered mail stamp here with a Brooklyn cancel and slogan. It's pretty cool. I like this little piece. This one's pretty neat. It also has a slogan cancel, Pray for Peace, and it's been voided. You can see here with the big ink stamp. It also says postage due 1 cent. It's hard to make out the postmark. It almost looks like 69, maybe 59, probably 69. Nice little Washington stamp. So this is pretty cool. A little bit of stuff going on here on this mail piece. Okay, so this little souvenir sheet here. I put a little info here. It says stamp collecting President Franklin Roosevelt ordered the creation of a traveling exhibit in the 1930s to show Americans how stamps were made. Housed in a philatelic truck, the exhibit crossed the country, stopping at hundreds of places and handing out special souvenir cards. So go figure. So I think this has about a $20 value. It is actually mounted on a piece of paper, or hinged, and little creases and stuff, little imperfection. It isn't perfect, but that's pretty cool. It says, souvenir distributed on the occasion of the visit of the philatelic truck. It was issued by the U.S. Post Office, so that's a pretty neat sous sheet. I haven't seen another one exactly like that from a philatelic truck. And then this piece here is a certified mail piece. Okay, nice certified mail. Looks like it was sent to Kansas. Something called Star Stamps. but it's cut off. I think it's a Rhode Island cancel. So, some pretty neat stuff here on the first page. Okay, so on the back here, bunch of random stuff, pretty much. So this is a postal note stamp from 1945. There's a revenue stamp, inland exchange is, I guess, what that's about. There's a revenue stamp. These are old, right? This one's 1862 to 71. We got another one here. So these are actually the same number, R15 Charlie. Now, this R15 Charlie has sulfurized to a brown color from orange. So this actually used to look like this. So sulfurized and has become discolored. There's a revenue stamp, another revenue stamp, little X on there. There's a cigarette stamp. What does it say? Sorry, I tried to block the camera. It says 1953 20 cigarettes Class A Series 123 tax paids. A phrase used when the denomination is expressed in units rather than money. Cigarettes were taxed at a rate per 1,000. Rather than leaving the tax on the farmer, the Internal Revenue Department charged the manufacturer who processed, blended, and added flavorings to the tobacco. So neat little info there to go with that. That's pretty cool. So this is a revenue stamp, or it's actually a documentary stamp. I said R196 question mark because I can't see the watermark, but it's looking like a 1914 stamp. None of these have any real catalog value. Actually, a lot of these backup book don't. There's a lot of collectors that skip backup book. They just don't even consider them real stamps. But I find it all interesting. So, another revenue stamp. Let's see here. This is a cigarette tax stamp for the state of Ohio. Ohio tax stamp from 1934. Okay, this is a New York stock transfer stamp. And it says 1940 to 52, so that's pretty neat. It's got some purple 20s in all four corners, it looks like, overprinted. So this is an Ohio receipt for tax paid. And it says prepaid sales tax consumer receipt. Pretty neat. This is a revenue stamp. Let's see, this is a big old vertical revenue stamp. It says R54 Charlie conveyance. It does say conveyance right there. And so yeah, 1862 to 71. That's a nice stamp. Let's see, so here we have a nice Providence, Rhode Island cancel on this envelope piece here, U153. I have identified all these to the best of my ability, I think, except for that. And so a big smudge cancel. This one looks like it would have been a fancy cancel, but it's kind of looking like a smudge as well, so hard to say. It almost says, something Pennsylvania, June 28th. So this is another envelope stamp. This almost looks like a fancy cancel too. And that's a U83. This is a U2. So this is actually a pretty old one. It has a really nice cancel. It says ELYRIA. Elria. Now I don't know where Elria is, but that's a nice cancel. This is another nice cancel. Actually, all three of these are pretty nice. This one says Bonham, Texas, on this U9. Then we have another U9 that, I don't know, Milton, MS? Yeah, I'm not sure. Looks like maybe, okay, I can't tell what that one says, but there's another envelope stamp for 10 cents. This is a U295, New York, USA, 1896 cancel here. That one's actually not bad. They've got a U331. The cancel, the only thing you can really tell is nice A. And then this is just a random one completely. It's canceled 1942, and it says Rectified Spirits, Puerto Rico. It is United States Internal Revenue stamp. So that whole page is just like a bunch of pretty random stuff, but pretty cool to look at. And so yeah, we move on to this side. Nice fancy cancel in this envelope cutout. It's actually pretty big, so that's decent. This would be graded a little better, I think, with all the big margin. Hard to read it for sure. I'm going to guess it was 1898 because it says 98. We know this wasn't 1998. This is Ispon, maybe Lisbon. I don't know actually, but nice cancel. I really like that. Okay, so this is oddly enough. This is an American. This is sent to America, right? Sent to Providence, Rhode Island, USA. This is actually from Germany. It has a Deutschreich stamp. It pretty cool. Has a postage due also. Looks like Providence is what this circle says right here. So it must have needed additional postage. Must have been some kind of ink stamp behind the postage due stamp that they covered up. And you can make out what, like maybe a big 1 and then 6 cents. So here, New York cancel. It says due 2 cents. So that corresponds with our postage due stamp there. That's an older postage due as well. Yeah, sent to Providence, Rhode Island. So yeah, this is a nice real picture postcard. It says Blick versus Suttelfeld, a Bayrischzell. I can't really read that, but sorry, I don't think it's very well lit, but you can see. That's an old-fashioned real picture postcard right there. So that's a cool one to have right at the start. Excuse me. Okay, so first thing's going to be airmail special delivery. So I've got a few of these here, nothing too crazy. This one's a slogan cancel. American Society Convention Station. Can't really read all of it, but there's our 34 to 36 airmails. So this one I actually have fairly well filled out. Special delivery stamps. I've got a couple of extras over here, E4s. This one's an E45 because I can't tell with the watermark. Surprising catalog value on this E1. You know, the first one, $80, cat, not bad. I wrote the values on some of these and some I didn't. Skip that one, and then this one says $50 cat. I do have 2 of them here. Looks like a New York cancel and then a Rhode Island cancel. Boston, Mass cancel on this E4. And we got the variations. Let's see, not sure. This one's a nice New York cancel on this E10. If I wanted to try, I could probably read that, but it says 1920. And I have a couple of different shades here. I think this one's duller on top, and there's a more vibrant blue on the bottom. This one I have ultramarine with a question mark, which it might be. One thing to mention that I've always liked about these special delivery stamps is it kind of tells the story of our progression. You know, used to be originally just a guy with a bag running with your mail, and then we made our way to a bicycle. Alright, delivery guy. And you'll see on the next page, then I'm pretty sure, yep, that, well, let me continue. We made our way to a motorcycle from a bicycle, so he's getting better and faster. Then we actually have a mail truck, which is pretty cool. So it's like the progression through time, which I like that on these special delivery stamps. I always have. My favorite is definitely just the first one with the guy running with the mail. I think that's funny. So anyways, a whole bunch of stuff on this page. Geez, I did pretty well here. Can't read those cancels. This says Lewistown, Montana on this one. Providence, Rhode Island. That's definitely New York, and this one's Boston, Mass. That's Providence. I'm not sure. It says Fall River, this one. This one says Pennsylvania in 1936. This is Alton-Walt, New York, New York. So I don't know if that's cut off, but that one has a New York. This one, cool. This one has a Air Force Base cancel. Air Force Base. So I don't know which Air Force base, but that's cool. Military mail cancel. This is California cancel. This one says 1970 here. It looks like maybe 1910. No, 1970 is what that looks like to me, but I'm not sure. Little late to be using that special delivery stamp in the 70s, I think. Okay, this one says New York. Oh, that's Mint Never Hinged, I put. Faint cancel there. So this one, E12A, it says. Deep Ultramarine. This one's E6 and E8. And this is a totally random express delivery kind of label. So this one's something California. No, I'm not sure. Well, it says, I see Central, and then this looks like Annex. This is probably New York or something. I do have a few of these guys tucked in here. This one has a intriguing square purple box cancel. It says DER. It's either DERP or DERR and then M dot something. So I'm not sure. But I like that cancel. It's cool looking. This is Fairhaven, Massachusetts. This one. What's this say? Connecticut. This one's the Connecticut cancel. This one's Massachusetts. New York. Can't tell that one. Then some Washington, I'm pretty sure. 1974. So, you know, nice pages here. I definitely like these ones. Nice little special delivery stamp here that goes with the label. Pretty similar. Actually, it's exactly the same label as that one. That's 1972 from Washington, D.C. So there's our special delivery stamps. So we made it to, excuse me, registered mail. Now, this thing here, I had to look this guy up for a while. It's actually oddball. This is a registry seal. It's from 1872. I write here number OFX1, so that must be the actual stamp number. It's for $7.50 CAT, Post Office Department, United States of America. Stamp here, date and place of mailing. So that's kind of cool. Just a big old registered mail seal, registry seal. So over here we've got registered mail label. We have our 1911 registration stamp. Got a few of them there. That's almost looking like a fancy, but it's just kind of smudged. Some more certified mail labels and our 55 mail stamp. So on to postage dues. These are the older ones. They have that kind of really intricate, you know, spider webbing design on the back. It's just an old style, and it's cool that I actually do have a few of them here. Not bad. Okay, a little more recent postage dues. That's a nice concentric ring fancy cancel that I love. That's a really cool looking X cancel. Like that one. New York cancel there. Flushing, I think New Jersey. Flushing's New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Another 30 deep claret. 30 center. Moving on. Some more postage dues. Providence, Rhode Island. Boston, Massachusetts. That's probably New York. I see New. That's probably Providence too. It looks like Providence upside down. This one actually has a nice cancel. I can't really make it out though, but nearly sock on the nose. It's just too big of a cancel for the stamp. These both look like Providence, Rhode Island to me. This one, I guess, is a jumbo for whatever reason. That's a Providence cancel. So we've got some more postage dues. People just trying to figure out how much postage to put, and they couldn't. I had to make a stamp just for that. So 1917 postage dues. Not sure what that says. There you go, little horizontal pair. 1930 postage dues. COVIN, coving, I don't know. Can't really make that out. A little higher denominations, $5, $1. This one says J77A and it's a scarlet. Can kind of see a color difference here. This one's definitely brighter and this one's darker. So more postage dues. So I got just some extras over here. Let's see. I guess a nice vertical strip of 4. Can't read the post cancel. It says Falmouth, Massachusetts. Falmouth? Not sure how to say that. And let's see, something looks like, I don't know, maybe Massachusetts. These are actually pretty hard to read. Okay, that's Massachusetts. That's Massachusetts too. Falmouth again, both of these. So these are all Falmouth. Huh. Maybe that might be New York. Sure, cool, I've definitely got some on here. Some duplicates and stuff. It's filled out. Okay, even more recent postage dues. This one says 1894. Nice horizontal strip of 3. You got a couple of pairs here. This is just a neat mail piece with postage due printed on all of these stamps. Interesting. I mean, they don't seem to be canceled, and not really more information to go on. Just kind of an oddball piece right there. Okay, so over here, special delivery has been printed on this. This is a Providence, Rhode Island cancel from 78. This one is voided. This is actually similar to that one on that first page that we had. Voided, pray for peace cancel, just like the other one. This one says 1968. And it's kind of cut off, but it does say postage due, ink stamp there. And so that's neat. Special delivery, 1966. Okay, well I can't read the location, but it's definitely Rhode Island. And this looks like probably a 66, maybe an 86 cancel. I've definitely got a few of these guys. A couple of blocks here. Postage due blocks. 78 to 85 postage due. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. Oh, cool. Parcel post stamps. Okay. Okay, that's Chicago. Illinois. That's looks like probably Times Square. New York cancel on that guy. Not sure. That's a Perfin actually. New York, 19, looks like it says 13, which would make sense. There's another New York cancel, and these are Providence, Rhode Island, and the one below it is Boston, Massachusetts. So I guess that somebody else must have determined that this is Carmine Rose shade on this one here. Kind of neat little dots there. It almost looks like a smile. Oh, cool. That one has a flag on it. I can tell the square, and it's got stars speckled in there. That's pretty cool. I like that cancel. New York. You know what? As I look at these, I just had the epiphany that these parcel post stamps, just like the special delivery stamps, kind of tell the story of our progression here. There's the guy walking with the mail bag to the front door, and then you have a horse and carriage, and then you have a train, and then you have a big ship. Oh, well, I'm sorry, they're actually commemorating different ones, of course, but and then auto, and then mail, and then a plane, So that's kind of cool. In a way, that's similar. The progression of things. I am missing one here. Probably pick that up one day. Okay, 1925-55 special handling stamps. So kind of mute cancels, can't really read much. They're kind of cut off and faint. That was just a smudge. But there we go. Parcel postage due again. I'm pretty sure for those of you who don't know, the difference between postage due and parcel postage due is it's for a parcel, like meaning an actual package instead of an envelope or letter. Okay, that's a New York cancel. So they serve like the same purpose as postage due. It's just for parcels specifically. Looks like we have a blank one there. Official mail. We've made it to official mail, so these older ones are a little bit more scarce, I'm pretty sure. So I don't have any of those. I do have a couple here. So I got 015 and 016. $70 cat value on that one. It says Department of the Interior, U.S. 2 cents. This one also says Department of the Interior. So yeah, we're going to get into where I definitely have plenty of blank space yet still. I think there's a whole section of newspaper / periodical stamps that's just empty. I don't even have any. So here we have 1873 official mail stamps on thin hard paper. Department of the Post Office. Yeah. We've got the cat values, $12, $10, $2. This one's mint hinged at $10. That one actually has a $55 cat value. And this one $25. Not bad. Cat values aren't totally worthless on these, but so it's probably sell for $5 to $10 or something. It isn't in perfect condition though, but that's neat. Old official stamps and thin hard paper. Okay, don't have any of those. Don't have any of those. Okay, so here we go. There's still 1873. Oh, this is Department of the Treasury. So they're brown. That almost looks like a fancy cancel. It's just kind of sloppy and smudgy. That's a smudge. Another smudge. Oh, those are cool. So those are for the Treasury. We have, same year, Department of War. These are all rose color. So this one's actually a recent edition. This is a Maltese Cross cancel. This is the second one that I own. Out of the second of the two that I own. I only have two. So this is number 085. I paid $5, so not bad. I'm not sure what this says. It says WY. It makes me want to think Wyoming, but I doubt it. This is looking like a 10 within some rings here. That's pretty cool. It's a Lincoln stamp. This one's definitely a fancy cancel, without doubt. So that's cool. This one, $45 cat value, not bad. I don't know if it's mint hinged or not. I'm not going to take it out, but it doesn't look used. So I have a few in there. Okay, don't have any there. Sorry guys, I struggle to turn the pages. I slit my thumb at work and dang it, it's right where I grabbed the pages. It's screwing with me. So, okay, 1879 official mail stamps on soft porous paper. Department of the Post Office, black with a large numeral. This one is Department of the Treasury. $50 cat value. That looks like a fancy cancel to me. It looks like a dot, like a perfect circle, and then a big ring, and then a bigger ring. It's kind of faint, but it's there, and it looks to me like a fancy. So that I like that one a lot. That's nice. Let's see here. 79 soft porous Department of War. Okay. That was probably a fancy cancel. Seems like a perfect circle almost. There's a smudge. So a couple of those guys for the Department of War. A little hair there. Hmm. Postal savings mail. There's not a whole lot of those. Well, these are the same. So these are all still postal savings. I don't even know what those are. Of course, I could read right here and it will tell me. I might as well one day. But, okay, that's New York. That one there, that O126. Can't read that one. Okay, so, okay, now we're on to just like straight up official mail stamps. So a few things going on here. I think you guys might recognize some of these from my other video, my album that I took these from, but so this one here said to the officer in charge of Naval Underwater Systems Center Detachment. I think that that's pretty cool. Kind of hard to read the cancels. Definitely with some stuff on here. I don't know if anybody knows what the heck any of that would say, what that would have said. Tapes, X-ray, just kind of hard to read, but interesting piece there. I like that it's military sent to an officer. Let's see, official mail, Navy. That's Navy, 1991. So this says USS something, maybe Solitude, or I don't know. It looks like SOL. It says US, I think Navy as well. This is a registered mail piece. Sent to the same commanding officer, Naval Undersea Warfare Center. Never mind, it's not the same. Newport, Rhode Island. Pretty cool. Like it, I like it. So this one says mail early for Christmas. That's a slogan. This is Worcester, Massachusetts, 1987 official mail. This is Providence, Rhode Island, cancel. Kind of can't read the year, 19 something. I got just another official mail piece here. Nothing too fancy there. This says Manchester. Probably New York, I think. 1990. And first class postage and fees paid Department of the Army. So that's Army mail. This is just a whole bunch of official mail stamps. Okay, this one here, U.S. Air Force. So this is Air Force here. That's pretty cool. Can't read that, so can't really make out the other stuff too well, but a bunch of official mail stamps. Pretty neat. I like the military stuff. That's cool. Okay, so these are metered mail. Looks like, excuse me, looks like some slogan meter mail stamps with slogans. These are all actually official mail, so they sort of belong here, but not really. I think I was just filling this space out with them, trying to figure out where to put these guys. And I tried to make like the years for these guys actually correspond here, but I couldn't work that out perfectly. All these are like 87, 86, right? But different slogans. 10th Anniversary American Folk Life Center. And a bunch of the 1987, the year of the reader. More metered mail. Another Folk Life Center cancel. DC. Slogan cancel, or slogan metered mail again. Official mail. Newport, Rhode Island official mail. DC, both official mail metered stamps. So cool. Little space colors. But I'm missing these 91, 93 mail stamps. Then we have more metered mail. Let's see, Sterling, Virginia. You've got to be kidding me. I never noticed that. That's where I live. What the heck? That's like, I swear to God, guys, I look at all this postage from all these different places, and I almost never see a sterling Virginia cancel. I mean, this is probably the first one I've ever seen in my history of stamp collecting. Like, I actually got one. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh my god, another one. I never picked up on that. That is so cool. I actually have some frickin' mail from where I live. How about that? And then DC, which is of course like 45 minutes away, not very far from me either. I try to stay out of there. I hate the city. I'm not that kind of guy. Ugh. It's too cramped. I don't like it. Okay, Richmond, and then that's Richmond, Virginia, and this is Newport, Rhode Island. These are all official mail. That is so cool. I never noticed the sterling cancels. Man. Okay, now this being official metered mail, let's say, I still have never ever come across an actual sterling Virginia cancel on a regular postage stamp. Anywho, this one's Washington, D.C. Fees paid by the Department of the State. It's cool. I did a couple episodes on metered mail and how to go through and identify these and stuff, and I can just look at them and kind of decipher them a little better than before, but to determine, what they really are, I still would have to look them up. I wrote IRS here. This one must be IRS. Huh. Pretty cool. This one might be too, for all I know. But Richmond, Virginia, I'm pretty sure that is where the IRS is kind of stationed there. So we got some official mail stamps. These are G coils. Okay, there's another official mail, metered mail stamp. Looks like it cut out off an envelope. March 89, pre-sorted first class. Cool. So there's another official mail, Washington, D.C., 89. Alright. Okay, we got nothing there. Okay, here's those newspaper periodical stamps I don't have. I actually really like the look of them, and there's a big part of me that wants to get these. I just haven't yet. I'm sure I can hop online and blow some more of my hard-earned money, but after my kind of last push on these Mystic albums, I really am in some credit card debt, and I just have got to stop. I even had people comment like, hey, you want to buy my collection? And I'm like, I would love to, but I can't. Like, I have got to be a good boy for months, at least many months. So I kind of got to sit back and work with what I've got, which is still a massive amount of stuff anyways. So I have a pretty bad habit of, once I get out of debt a bit, and I have the discipline to stop for a while, and I'll pay off a bunch of money, thousands of dollars and stuff, but then once I have like 5 or 10 grand available, I'm like, oh, why can't I buy $1,000 thing? I have 10 grand available, and whoa, I just keep spending money. It's a problem. Gotta have a little bit more discipline with the credit cards, man. Somebody once told me, he's like, credit is money that you don't have. I'm like, I don't know. True. But I've always been a guy that I'm willing to pay like a convenience fee or a royalty or interest to have what I want now. And I will pay extra for faster shipping because I don't want to wait a month for something to show up. And that's just kind of how I am. A little bit of a spoiled brat. I don't know about that, but that's just how I've become. Like most Americans, right? Instant gratification. I want this now. So yeah, I have to wait. I don't have any of these. This is that big section I was talking about. So we made it to hunting permit stamps. Now, I have just some of these. I have not gotten into hunting permit stamps a whole lot. Definitely have some here. We have a mallard stamp. Kind of nasty crease there, unfortunately. Okay, and this is a bufflehead stamp. Migratory bird stamp. This is kind of intriguing. So this is an actual license. Oh, let me turn this so I can show you guys better. That's kind of cool. So this is pretty much what these actual hunting stamps are used for. You got to pay the money for the stamp to get it canceled on your license. This one, I don't know, it might have like the famous cancel. I'm not sure. It almost looks uncanceled, but it's clearly used. It says Plymouth, 1947. Mr. I don't know, Hank D. McCarthy. Plymouth, he was 56, weighed 150 pounds, he was 6 foot. Color of hair, something gray. Blue eyes. Basically, he's stating he hasn't been breaking any laws, he's a citizen. That's cool. So that's an actual hunting license. And I can't really see because they covered it up. But resident citizen. Somebody's already tried to pick this up before. It's ripped. Oh man. Well, yeah. Resident citizen's hunting license. It must be. Okie doke. Moving on. So we do have a couple more here. This one says James, maybe C. Carter. Scribbled on there. $2 stamp. This one's also a $2 stamp with somebody's John Hancock. Ring-necked ducks. I do kind of like these. Mallard hen. Another Hancock. Pintail Drake stamp here. That one's definitely used. This is used too. Very cool. So I got one on this page, Old Squaw Ducks. Now I got a pair of Ross geese and Ruddy ducks. $5 and $7.50 denomination. Okay. Well, so so yeah, this one is a used duck stamp. As I sit here, I'm like, why in the world did I put it where it would hit the ring of the binder? But I think that my intention is actually to have it folded all the time. Okay, just had to think about that for a sec, guys. I was like, why did I do that? So 31. Oh, this guy was born. Rhode Island combination fishing and hunting license. $15.50 fee from 87. Oh, cool. I'm pretty sure this thing came along with that, and so I just kind of kept them together. I guess this is a little cutout from Lynn's back in 2000 and May 1st, talking about errors on U.S. federal duck stamps. Error description, yeah. Oh, cool. I don't know if this actually corresponds, like there's an error and that's why he put this, or I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it more and verify, but those came together. That's why they're there like that. And it does have our $10 duck stamp. Pretty cool. And we have our other duck stamps here. This one actually wrote an $8 cat value, I guess. There's a fairly large section of duck stamps of these hunting stamps. I had no idea that it was such a big thing. Hunting permit stamps. I don't have any there. None there. None there. We're actually nearing the end of the album. None there. A little anticlimactic here with the barren pages, but like I said, there's big empty sections. I just haven't gotten into it. I'm not sure that I'll really get into migratory bird stamps that much, but I did buy one $500 sheet of whistling belly duck stamps. They were $25 denomination stamps each, and that was a pretty heavy out-of-pocket purchase. That actually made it into my big giant worldwide album that I'm working on now. So I've helped support wildlife conservation to some degree. Not with any of these, apparently. Jeez. I know I have one. Yeah, okay. So actually, this is the one I was talking about. I bought a whole sheet, a mint sheet of these, and they're $25 stamps a piece. It was a $500 sheet. Gosh, that was an expensive one. And they gave me a certificate for, thanks for supporting us. And I feel like this, I don't think they gave me this. I might have actually got this from a collection, but I don't actually recall buying it. Anyways, looks like it has a 37.50 cat value. It might have come with the sheet. There's a chance, but I don't think so. But at least I have one. So, okay, so slip this back here because these are the Confederate stamps that I have. I made a video about this before. These are pretty cool. I like them. There's, of course, faults. You know, they're not perfect. That one, unfortunately, a big old nasty cut on it. That one looks like Richmond, Virginia. And I think somebody helped me determine that at some point. I was like, I can't make it out. And someone said, Richmond. And then someone said this one, Char, is probably Charleston, North Carolina. This one also looks like Charleston. Yeah, some of these have pretty hefty cat value. This one does. That one does too, but it's pretty poor shape. $500 cat value. That's not bad for that. These ones on the side were kind of never issued. Jefferson Davis. These ones are definitely worth money. They're cool. Pretty cool. So that's just one little random page of Confederate stamps. I decided I'm not going to get enough Confederate stamps to do its own album, so they do have a section for it here. So these ones here are actually what's on that page we were just looking at. So I do have them. And that was it, man. That's the original end of the album. So now we're on to just like the blank pages in the back that I filled out with some fun stuff. This looks like Providence, Rhode Island, 1996 postage due. And it was returned to sender because it was refused. Somebody actually refused it. Didn't want to pay their 23 cents postage due. Sent to the Supportive Work Program. Huh. Kind of interesting, that one. This is nice. New York, New York. 96. Must be 1896. This one's a 1956 airmail. Providence, Rhode Island. There's an airmail envelope. You can even see the writing bleeding through from the back. Wall Street Station, New York, 1932. Has a slogan. Register or insure your valuable stuff. Providence, Rhode Island airmail. Another 156. These are some wine. Internal Revenue stamps. Another airmail cutout from an envelope. Columbus, Georgia, with a duplex. This one has Smokey. I always love Smokey. Reminder that only you can prevent forest fires. This one, another slogan. Use zone something for better mail service. This one's 1960, it says on there. That's just a big cutout with some nice margins. It's probably very fine. It does have smudges and stuff though, but big margins make for a better grade. So this thing says U.S. Internal Revenue, 1880. Yeah, it does say 1880 there. Richmond, Virginia, the State Bank. Paid to order of like J. Spencer. 60 and 75, 61 and 75 cents. Oh, kind of interesting, I gotta say. There is some writing on the back, but I have it posted in here. Oh no, I think it's a stamp. Oh, okay, I see. It says Richmond, it says paid. State Bank of Virginia. So that's actually an ink stamp sideways on there. Paid. And then we have a bunch of those old embossed envelope stamps here that I've actually bothered to identify a lot of them. I kind of remember doing that. It took time. When I first dove into these, I was taken aback by just a ridiculous amount of variations on these different designs. It can be tedious. But anyway, this is a New York cancel. Bristol. Looks like HATT. RPO, Railway Post Office, right? 1934. This one is a tuberculosis slogan. Cancel on that. Pretty cool stuff. So here we have an actual old envelope, and then we have some cutouts from them. That looks like a fancy cancel to me. Some more additional special delivery stamps. I guess ended up in the back here. So I have more of those guys with the motorcycle. This one was probably one of my favorites from the metered mail. It's because the actual paper has a snakeskin impression. I think it's pretty cool. I did actually bother to identify that. This is just totally random. This is a Cinderella. It says "Help Spastics." For some reason, I feel like spastic wouldn't be politically correct these days. I don't even know if calling somebody that is allowed anymore, at least in the PC world. So this is a metered mail from Berlin, Deutschreich. So I don't know much about that, but 32. This one's Winnipeg, Canada. 34 metered mail. This is like a totally random, just cut out. I just think the design was kind of cool. It says like A.L. Harris or something, with love. It's cut off and mangled. But, you know, it's an old-timey little piece of something here, and I figured why not throw it in there. This is apparently loose. This must have... oh, jeez. Whoopsie. I didn't even mean to have this in here. This is just a totally random... you guys probably can't even see it. Sorry. American Lung Association Tuberculosis Cinderella. So that, pop that out of there. So more metered mail here. Great Britain metered mail. This one's New York Hudson Terminal Station. This is actually one of the more valuable metered mail that I had. They're not very valuable to begin with, period, but these higher denomination metered mail stamps are worth more. This one has a couple of these 25s and then 3 10s, so this is worth like $20, and I think this one's worth 10. So I'd already identified all those. These are all CA2s, just like this is a DB1. This is all CA2s. They all have higher denominations, 19, 18, 17, 18, you know, compared to like a cent or 5 cents. So from the best of my ability, to the best of my ability, what I determined is they're probably around $10 a piece, and that might be aspirational. And that's it, man. That was the whole freaking book. So, you know, some cool stuff in here. This isn't like my absolute favorite album ever, but I definitely like it. I like all my albums, and I keep like little additional in the back, just like the receipts for the albums, like so you can see some of the stuff, some of the albums that I stole. Oh, okay, so this lets you know the Confederate states. I paid $1,400 for that page of Confederate stamps, so yeah, that was it. So I hope you guys enjoyed checking out this album here. I'll continue working on it over time, just like the other 3, and I think at some point, maybe, if I really do feel like it, I will buy another one of these. That'll be the 5th album I have, which is gonna continue on with more recent stamps. I think my most recent album is it goes to 84, so if I were going to get another one, it'd go from 85 on. So we'll see with the years if I end up doing that or not. But this was the backup book album. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll continue on next week, and now that I'm done with these albums, I might hop into another episodes of Kyle's Cabinets, or I've been coming up with some oddball ideas. I could do an episode on a whole stack of real picture postcards. I could do Kyle's Cabinets. I could do just another album. There's plenty more albums that I just haven't shown you guys. So yeah, I'm kind of across the board on what I'm going to do, but I'll figure it out next week. And as usual, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support. You guys are the best. Take care. I'll catch you later. Bye.